The US-China trade war is deepening. Tariffs, ports, rare earths, soybeans, and now it is cooking oil. US President Donald Trump has issued a fresh threat to China. In his post on Truth Social, Trump said, "I believe that China purposefully not buying our soybeans and causing difficulty for our soybean farmers is an economically hostile act. We are considering terminating business with China having to do with cooking oil and other elements of trade as retribution. As an example, we can easily produce cooking oil ourselves. We don't need to purchase it from China." For those unaware, China is the world's largest buyer of soybeans. In recent months, it has slashed purchases of US soybeans in favor of Brazilian and Argentine produce. Trump has called this shift a negotiation tactic. He said this month he hoped to discuss soybeans with Chinese counterpart Xi Jinping, while also saying the US may halt a large share of imports from China. The already heated up relationship between the US and China, a major turn came up last week when Donald Trump said that the US would impose an additional 100% tariff on Chinese goods starting on November this year. This came after Beijing's plan to impose new export controls on rare earth minerals. The total import duties for Chinese goods now stand at around 130%. In addition to the mineral curbs, China has also slapped new port fees on US ships. Beijing has also halted purchases of US soybeans, scrambling business plans for US farmers. Now, with Trump's latest announcement, it seems the US-China trade war is here to stay. But as Trump says, America can produce its own cooking oil. Can it really? Why does America need China's cooking oil? Let's take a look. America's imports of used cooking oil from China has hit record highs in the past. America has been a net importer of used cooking oil since 2022. China has been the top market for America, interestingly, in terms of used cooking oil, importing a record 1.27 million metric tons worth $1.1 billion in 2024. But after China cut tax rebates late last year and the US imposed tariffs on Chinese goods this year, imports plunged 65% in January to August to 2,90,690 tons or $286.7 million. Interestingly, the US, which remained a net exporter of used cooking oil till 2021, has been importing more than its exports since 2022. As per the available data, US imports surpassed 1.36 million metric tons in 2023, up from about 400,000 metric tons in 2022. But why does America need China's oil? Well, for one, Chinese exporters needed a new outlet as demand from their top buyers in Europe shrank from mid-2023 amid complaints of artificially low prices that led to a European Union investigation. US demand for used cooking oil, a feedback stock for biofuels like renewable diesel, surged as federal and state governments launched incentives to support the industry to decarbonize transportation. That sparked such a frenzied rush to build new renewable diesel plants that US capacity more than doubled from 2021 to 282,000 barrels per day in 2023, according to government data. And hence, the supply gap was filled by Chinese exporters. China has cut back on buying US soybeans because of Trump's tough trade policies. Instead, it is buying large amounts of soybean from Brazil. The US is one of the world's biggest soybean producers, and Chinese purchases of US soybeans last year were worth around $12.6 billion. This drop in Chinese buying has hurt farmers in Republican-led states, which are an important part of Trump's political support. For comparison, used cooking oil trade is small compared with that of soybean. China imported 23.13 million tons of US soybeans last year, valued at $12 billion. The US and China have had strained ties for years, especially with Trump in office. So what is your opinion on the latest matter? Share your thoughts with us in the comment section below.
If you like this video, then like, share and subscribe to ET Now.